Well, we are approaching Nowruz, the Persian New Year, and according to the Persian calendar, it's the start of a new century on March 20th. For one local Persian Canadian, this milestone needed to be marked in a special way. Just watch. Samira Sadatian has practiced that dance 176 times, once for every victim of Flight PS752, the plane that was shot down in Iran in 2020. And she joins us now to talk about her dance. So, Samira, what's it like to have such mixed feelings about the new year and the century, thinking of the future, but also reflecting on the sadness of the past?
Yeah, well, Sunday, March 20th at 8:33 a.m. Is the end of the old year and the beginning of the Persian New Year. And as you said, per the solar calendar, it's the beginning of the new century for us as well. It's the beginning of century 15. And I wanted to do something meaningful for this important moment in our lives. And my starting point was what we have been suffering from in the current century and what we wish for in the new century. For us, the most tragic event was the downing of Flight PS752, the consequent loss of 176 lives. And almost 2 years later, unfortunately, justice has not been served in this case. So I believe the primary challenge of the current century has been a lack of justice in the world in which we live in. And then I decided to, given my passion for Persian dance, I decided to learn and perform a dance for Nowruz. This dance has been choreographed to a beautiful Persian traditional music with a beautiful poem by Zodí, a very famous poet. It's about the arrival of spring, which is a symbol of rebirth, renewal, end of the dark days, and hope. And then I decided to practice this 176 times in memory of the victims of Flight PS752 and with the hope that justice would be served in this case and in any other open cases around the world in the new century. As I practiced it 176 times, I expressed the hope for justice for each individual soul. And that's why I named this dance the Century of Hope.
It's certainly very beautiful, and I hope many people who watch it do feel that sense with you. As you're doing all of these practice, the 176 times, what are you thinking as you're going through it?
Well, I was hoping to send out a message for the Persian New Year, which happens at the exact second of the start of spring, the exact second of spring equinox. So that can, as I said, like spring is a symbol of renewal. And end of the dark days, I think that's what we need. That's what we need these days, to end these dark days around the world. So I thought that's going to be very helpful to link with each individual soul when I was practicing this dance, and ask them to wish for us to bring all of these good days to this world. And we all need to have a brighter and better world.
Absolutely. And we can see in the video that you were dancing in Stanley Park. What was the reaction like as you were doing that from some of the people that were nearby?
Yeah, well, we did it like on a weekday, so we didn't have a lot of people in Stanley Park. But because it was about the spring, I wanted to be in close connection with Mother Nature when I'm doing it. So I thought maybe this is a good way for Mother Nature to listen to us as well. On Sunday, March 20th, at 8:33 a.m., which is the exact moment of the start of spring, I would like to invite everyone who is watching to join the 176 beautiful souls in a wish for a world filled with peace, fairness, morality, and justice. Happy Nowruz.
All right, thank you so much for telling us your story today, Samira. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Leah.